Hey guys, good morning. Guys, if you can see my screen, just type X in the chat box so that we can get started. Okay, great. Thanks for the confirmation, guys. So let's begin our session today. So yesterday we have seen this, right? Handling HTML dropdown fields. And for handling the HTML dropdown fields, we have used a predefined class in Selenium known as select class. And it has a lot of predefined methods like select by visible text, select by index, select by value. Deselect commands were not there. Then we have used is multiple and get options. All these options we have tried out, right? So let me go to that place where we have experimented all those stuff or practice all those stuff for the drop-down field. Okay. Handling drop-down fields. Get options is also completed. Now what is next, guys? What is next here? So once this is done, let's see if there are any other options that we can, use with the help of with the drop-down fields. Let's find it out. Apart from all these mentioned options, are there any other options we can use? Let's find it out. So here, right click, or I'll just go to one of the class. I'll just go to one of the class and here write down. Just for the sake, guys, I'm not writing really, but select dot. What commands are getting? Deselect all. We cannot use that with drop-down fields. There is no use of using it. Deselect by index, deselect by value, deselect by visible text. Get all selected options. Here only one selected option will be there. If you use also this command is not just meant for the drop-down fields, but it meant for the multi-selection box field. But it's meant for the multi-selection box field. During the multi-selection box field, we can also try for the drop-down field if required, but let's not worry about that now. Get first selected option. Okay. Get first selected option is also meant for this multi-selection box, but we can also use this with the drop-down fields if required. I'll explain that during the multi-selection box fields. Get options we tried. Is multiple we tried. Select by index, select by value, select by visible text. I think whatever the commands that we have to try for the drop-down fields, we have tried it properly. Now let's move on to the multi-selection box field. So there are some specific commands for the multi-selection box field. So I'll create a new package here. Right-click new package. Multi-selection box field demo. Okay. The package name I'm giving like this. And under the package, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class as okay, fine. Just go here and give some name to this handling multi-selection box fields. First, multi-select demo 1 I'll write. Demo 1 with main method I'll write and write the code here. That is Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then I need to import this. Control Shift O. Automatically it will import the Chrome driver class from Selenium library. Then I have to write driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then driver dot get. Here I have to provide the application URL that I want to automate. I'll just go to this application, that is omoy.blogspot.com application. In this case, I'll copy this URL, come back here and paste it here. Here on this particular application, you can see a multi-selection box field. This is a drop-down field where you can select only one option at a time, right? Either you can select an option or you can change an option, okay? But here, you can select multiple options. How I'm doing this? How I am doing this, guys? By pressing, if I have to do it manually also, if I click like this, only one option will be selected. If I use my mouse to click like this, it will select only one option. But if I have to select multiple options, I have to press and hold the control key on my keyboard and then select like this. Okay. I have to press and hold the control keyboard key and then using the mouse, I have to select, then multiple options will be selected manually. Okay, how can we select multiple options in this multi-selection box field? Using Selenium Java automation is something I'm going to show you right now. For deselecting also same thing, control key and press the keyboard key. You see, you cannot use the normal mouse to deselect it. Okay, without control key, you cannot deselect this option. Control key, you have to press and hold and deselect. Okay, so that's the way we have to work on it to select or deselect multiple options in the this is a multi-selection box field. You can also call it as a list box. Everyone type in the chat box. This is called as multi-selection box, or you can also, some people also call it as list box. Multi-selection box, list box. You can type in the chat box. Multi-selection box, list box. Everyone type in the chat box. Great. Okay, there are different names for this multi-selection box field. You can either call it as multi-selection box field or list box field. Okay, so we should not be confused like how to automate. If someone asks you how to automate list box field, then understand that a list box field is nothing but a multi-selection box field where you can select multiple options. And also the HTML code difference is also very small, guys. If I inspect this dropdown field, in the HTML code of the dropdown field, we have the same select command. Okay, and with some options in the drop-down field. If you inspect this multi-selection box field also, you'll have the same select tag you have with the options. But extra attribute known as multiple attribute will be there. In the multi-selection box field, there is an attribute known as multiple, which makes it multi-selection box field. That is the only thing that is different from the drop-down field and multi-selection box field in terms of HTML code. Fine, guys. Okay. Now, without any delay, let's try to automate this multi-selection box field. So I have to use a predefined class in Selenium WebDriver to automate that multi-selection box field. The same predefined class we have used with the drop-down field. The same thing we have to use with the multi-selection box field. What is that predefined class, guys, in Selenium that we have used for automating the drop-down field? What is the predefined class in Selenium that we have used for automating the drop-down field? Select is the predefined class. You guys are right. Same select predefined class we have to use for automating the multi-selection box field. The process is same. New select like that, we have to create an object for the select predefined class. Control Shift O. Then here the constructor cannot be empty. We have to pass the web element of the which field? Multi-selection box field if you want to automate the multi-selection box field. For that to happen, I'll right click here and select inspect option. Just see here, I'm not selecting any option inside. I'm selecting the border here. Right click here and select the inspect. Once the multi-selection box field is selected like that, then inspect. You'll get the HTML code. It has an ID, guys. I'll copy this ID and create a web element for that multi-selection box field. Driver.findElement by dot ID. Provide the ID of that multi-selection box field. Put a semicolon here. And here I'll say multi-select field. Okay, multi-selection box field. You can say this multi-selection box field. And hover the mouse on this multi-selection box field and create local variable. Okay, create local variable. And after that, I have to simply say multi-selection box field. We just pass it here in the constructor of the select class. You have to pass the multi-selection box field inside the constructor of the select class. And thereafter, you can use this command select dot. Different commands are there, guys. Select dot commands are there that we have to use here. Okay, different commands we have to use for selecting the options in the multi-selection box field. There are some repeated commands, guys. You see, for selecting the options, we can use any of these three commands. Whatever the commands we have used for selecting the option in the drop-down field, right? At a time, only one option though. Either you can select using the visible text, select by index, select by value, right? The same thing will be repeated in the multi-selection box field also. We have the same commands. Okay, so here I'll say select by visible text. select by visible text. I'll whatever the visible text that is visible, using that I'll select the options. For example, what is the visible text here? Volvo. Let's select Volvo here. Okay, Volvo, and then select let's say Hyundai. Select dot, select by visible text. Here I'll write Hyundai, 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 and then write down Audi. Select dot, select by, select dot, select by visible text. Here write Audi. That's it. Okay, 3 options I am selecting. Out of 4 options, I'm going to select 3 options. Let's run the code and see whether multiple options are getting selected. Okay, multiple options are getting selected in the multi-selection box field, or let's try this out. It will select all the 3 options, Volvo, Hyundai, and Audi. Another option, that is Swift, will not be selected. Remaining all the other options will be selected, guys. Okay, you can see here the multi-selection box field, what are the 3 options that got selected? Volvo, Hyundai, and Audi. Okay. So this is what is select by visible text, guys. Okay, multi-select. Otherwise, I'll write multi-box field select by visible text, demo. Otherwise, I'll simply say multi-select by, just make it short, multi-select by visible text. I'll hover the mouse and then rename the file. That's okay. It will rename the file in the Eclipse IDE editor here. Okay, fine. Now, second command that I'm going to demonstrate is multi-selection box field select by index. Multi-select by index demo with main method I'm creating. And here write down Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Let's try the second command in selecting the multiple options in the multi-selection box with Control-Shift-O, then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, and driver dot get provide the application URL. Let's say the application URL is this one. umaya.blogspot.com is application URL. Copy this and paste it here. And after that, you simply write down from driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, driver dot get. Once you open that command, then next thing is we have to use same select class. Select is equal to new select and Control-Shift-O again. And here I have to create a web element. Driver dot find element by dot ID of the multi-selection box field. What is the ID of that multi-selection box field, guys? Inspect this. You'll get the ID of the multi-selection box field here. Copy that ID and here write down here and simply say multi-selection box field, multi-selection box field is equal to, okay, hover the mouse on this and create local variable, and here pass this multi-selection box field element, and then write down select dot. Instead of select by visible text, I'll use another command, select by index this time. So here, if I have to select Volvo option, what will be the index, guys? What will be the index for Volvo option? 0, right? What is the index for Audi option? 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 is the option. Okay, I want to select the Volvo and Audi. I want to select Volvo is the 0th index. 0, 1, 2, 3. Options will start from 0th index. Okay, Volvo means 0. Okay, select by index means you have to give 0 if you have to select Volvo. If I have to give 3, index as 3 if I have to select Audi. So in that case, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give 0 here, and similarly say select by index. Select by index, and here give 3. Okay, and run the code and observe that first and last options will be selected. Multiple options with the help of index we are selecting. 2 out of 4 options we are selecting with the help of index. 0 means Volvo option will be selected. 3 means the last option, that is Audi, will get selected in the multi-selection box field on this application page. You see, Volvo and Audi got selected. This is how we can use index. So is that clear, guys? So far, is that clear? Guys, is it clear so far? Great. Now let's move on to the next command. What is the next command?
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if the list box contain more than 10 element, then should we count manually which element we have to select by index, or can we use for loop over here?
Okay, if list bug has
Contain more than
elements,
10 elements.
more than 10 elements, you
Yeah.
don't know the count how many options are there. Simply.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can get all the options. There is a command here known as get options command. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. Sir. Okay.
Command known as get options command. Using that get options, you can get all the options in that multi-selection box field as a list of web elements. And list means list dot size. You will say it will get you the complete count. After that, you write the index. The index will start from 0 to size -1, right? Whatever the index you want to select, you can select. We'll try that out. Okay. Here when
Okay.
I
Sir. Okay.
get
Okay.
options, I'll explain you that. Okay. Okay, now select by visible text is clear. Select by index is clear. Then select by value. The same select by value that was there in the drop-down fields is also there here. We'll now use a select by value here, guys, okay, to select the options. Maybe I'll take a different application for this. I'll just take a different application. Internet Heroku app. Just take a different application just for a change. So drop-down fields, only drop-down fields are there. Multi-selection box fields are there anywhere in this application. IJKL, multiple windows are there, but multi-selection box fields are not there here. Okay, I don't think this website has that. Okay, so we can go to selectors hub. Let's see if there is a multi-selection box field in the selectors hub website. Let's see. Let's try different websites and see. Practice page. Where is the practice page? Kind of slow. Application is kind of slow now. Okay. Do we have any multi-selection box field here? Let's try it out.
So in let code, we have.
In let code we had, right? Yes, correct. We can go to let code here. Letcode.in and workspace. And here scroll down. And here drop down. Do we have any here or which page that is?
Multi-select.
Select, right? Here we have many options as you wished, right? So here this is a multi-selection box field. This is a multi-selection. Even more than options that are visible here in the multi-selection box field are there. Then this kind of scroll bar will come in the multi-selection box field. This is a drop-down field. This is a multi-selection box field. Okay. So what we can do now is like we can we can automate this select by value kind of thing for. So for that, I'll just create a new class here, multi select by value demo. Okay. With main method, I'll create. Here I'll write down Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then Control Shift O. Then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize all the common steps. Then driver dot get. And here provide the application URL. Copy this application URL, guys. Copy this application URL. And after copying the application URL, you have to inspect this multi-selection box field. Inspect that. Once you inspect the multi-selection box field, you will get the HTML code. Okay, here we have an ID. Copy this ID. Copy the ID of the multi-selection box field that you would like to select multiple options from. And here write down driver.findElement by.id and provide the ID locator of that multi-selection box field. And here multi-selection box field is equal to, I'll hold the mouse on this and create a local variable which will create a web element for this. Okay. So once that is done, I am going to create a predefined class for the select class. select predefined class, so that without select predefined class, we cannot get the commands for selecting the options in the multi-selection box field. And here I'll say Control Shift O. It will automatically import the select predefined class from Selenium. This constructor cannot be empty. We have to pass what? We have to pass the web element of the dropdown field or the multi-selection box field here. Now here I'm going to use a select command, select by which command I'm going to use? Select by value command this time to select the options, multiple options. Okay. So when I inspect this multi-selection box field here, and there are a lot of options in the multi-selection box fields, we have a lot of options here. For Ant-Man, we have AM. For let's say for you know, you can choose, let's say we can choose something, okay. Ant-Man is there, Aquaman is Avengers, Batman, Batwoman. Many options are there here. Captain Marvel, Captain America is there, Iron Man is there. Let's say I want to select Iron Man. Okay, I want to select the Ant-Man, Avengers, let's say Batwoman. Like that, some 3 or 4 options I want to select. So if I want to select the Ant-Man, I have to say select this value attribute. You see, value of the value attribute I have to take, and here come down and give that double quote the value of the value attribute of the option that you want to select. Again, if you want to select multiple options, we can select, right? Select by value. And here, let me select Avengers. For selecting the Avengers, what is the value attributes value? TA. Copy the TA here. Okay, then you can select Ant-Man, Avengers. Let's say Batman you want to select. Select by value, and here write down for Batman BT is there. And here select by value. Here for Batwoman we have BW. Like let's say these 4 options I want to select for now. I can select more options, but I would like to go with these 4 options. Right click, run as Java application. And observe that in the let code application, the dropdown feeds page in the multi-selection box field, all these 4 options should be selected: Ant-Man, Batman, Batwoman, and Avengers should be selected. Can you see that, guys? Okay, whatever the options we gave that got selected: Ant-Man, Avengers, Batman, Batwoman. Remaining options have not been selected. Okay, clear everyone? Clear how to select multiple options? Is it clear? Okay. So this is also done. Let's move to the next one. Yeah, great. So I'll close this and go back to the notes. Here, deselect commands also we can use, guys. Apart from using the select commands, we can also use the deselect commands. Whether you select using the visible text, whether you selected using the index, whether you have selected using the value, doesn't matter. If you want to deselect that, we have these commands, guys. Okay, all these 4 commands we can use for deselecting the options from the multi-selection box field. So I'm going to show you the deselect commands now. So here I'll write down deselect commands demo. I'll simply say, instead of creating multiple classes, I'll simply say deselect commands demo. Here main method. You can finish. Okay. So what happened? Just observe. Right click, delete. Have to create the class again. Right click, new class. These options are coming by default somehow. Should remove them. Maybe I selected somewhere. Deselect commands. Deselect commands. Only this main method should be selected for now. Click on finish so that it will auto generate the code for us. Okay. So here Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Put a semicolon. Say Control Shift O. Then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize. Then driver dot get. Provide the application URL here. Provide the application URL. Okay. After this, Chrome driver is equal to new. Okay, sorry, this is not the application. I want to use a different application. Let's say I would like to use omega.blogspot.com this time. for selecting the options. And for deselecting the options, we'll use a different application every time so that we can have some idea. Inspect that it has an ID. Copy this ID for the multi-selection box field here, and here write down web element multi-selection box field multi-selection box field is equal to driver dot find element by dot ID of that multi-selection box field and provide the ID. Put a semicolon here before that and copy paste the ID. Okay. Now Control Shift O web element interface will be imported from the Selenium library. Then what is the next thing? I have to use this object reference of this multi-selection box and pass it down to the constructor, right? Select is equal to new select. I have right. Select is equal to new select, and here I have pass the web element of the multi-selection box field. And Control Shift O, the select predefined class will be imported. Select dot select by. I can use any of these options to select and any of the options to deselect. I'll use a visible text here to select the options. Let's say I would like to select Volvo. I would like to select Swift option. All the 4 options I want to select this time. Select dot select by visible text. And here we can write Swift. Swift is the option. Then what is the next option we have? Select dot select by Hyundai. Select dot select by visible text. You can use any options, any of the options to select the options, guys. Okay, I'm simply using visible text because I already covered how to select different options in the multi-selection box field using other commands already. So we'll use one of the command to select the options. HYUNDAI Hyundai, and then select dot select by visible text, and here I'll write down Audi Audi, and here that's it. Now once this is done, all the 4 options will be selected. If you run the code, we'll see that all the 4 options will be selected now. Volvo, Swift, Hyundai, Audi. Okay, all the 4 options got selected. If I want to deselect any option from the multi-selection box field, what I have to do? I have to use deselect commands, guys. Okay, I have to use a deselect command, that is select by select dot deselect. I will try to deselect different options using different commands. Okay, first of all, deselect by visible text. I'll say I'll use a visible text to deselect the option. For example, select dot deselect by visible text. Let's say Swift option I would like to deselect first. I would like to deselect Swift option, and then after that I would like to after deselecting the Swift option like this, I would like to deselect the Hyundai option. Hyundai option I want to deselect, and then Audi option, let's say. So then select dot instead of deselect by visible text, I will use deselect by index. I will say, okay, deselect by index. Which index? Let's say if I have to select Hyundai, if I have to deselect Hyundai, what is the index of the Hyundai, guys? Tell me. What is the index of the Hyundai? 0, 1, 2. 2 is the index. 0 means Volvo, 1 is Swift, Hyundai is 2. So I have to give 2 here. I have to simply give 2 here as an index so that it will deselect the Hyundai option. And after that, select dot deselect by value. How to find the value of one of the options, that is, let's say I would like to find the value of after Hyundai, after Swift Hyundai, I would like to deselect Audi option. Inspect that Audi option here, or go here to inspect. And here, if you see the Audi option, what is the value attribute value of the Audi option? Audi X. Copy that Audi X and come back here and provide that. That's it. Now, before selecting and deselecting, I'll just add the return slip so that for demo wise, you will understand. So I'll just give 3 seconds before deselection. First, it will select 4 options and then it will deselect the 3 options using different commands. So run the code, right click run as Java application. Right click run as Java application. You see all the 4 options got selected. In that, after 3 seconds, Swift, Hyundai and Audi got deselected using select by visible, deselect by visible text, deselect by index, deselect by value attribute. Okay, like that, all the 3 options got deselected. Okay, fine. Now save this, close this, Okay, done. Okay. That's also done, guys. That's also done. Next is what? Deselect all option. Okay. Next one is deselect all option. Okay. Deselect all option is the next option. So here itself in the same thing, we can do one thing. Just comment it out. Comment. We can comment like this. Control Shift hash slash. Sorry. I commented these options and now. Is that one thing? 1 minute. Does it? Select this or select these things that you want to comment and say Control Shift forward slash. Okay. It's going to the new line. That's okay. Yeah, here I'm going to write the code to deselect all these options at a go. I don't want to individually deselect all the options in this multi-selection box field. I want to deselect. How to do that? Select dot deselect all command. If I use deselect all command, no matter which options are selected, all the options will get deselected in the multi-selection box field. That's the purpose of the deselect all command, guys. Run the code, right click, run as Java application, and observe that all the options in the multi-selection box will get deselected. All the options in the multi-selection box field will get deselected. Let's see. Let's wait for the browser to launch. It will maximize the browser. You see, all options will get deselected here using the deselect all option command. Okay, that's also done. Now, next few options are there. Next few options are there in the multi-selection box field. Let's try them. Okay. Just give me a second. Fine. Next one is multiple command. Okay, we can check whether this particular thing is a drop-down field or multi-selection box field with the help of is multiple command. So I'll write down here another class. So is multiple demo. You can finish. So far, is everything clear for you guys? Everyone clear so far? How to handle the multi-selection box field? Is it clear with these commands? Just type S or C in the chat box if you guys are clear so far, so that I can move on to the next one. Great. Great, guys. I'll go here and write down Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver, I'll say. Then and driver dot manage dot window dot maximize and driver dot get. I'll give the application URL here, Control Shift O. And after that, here I have to give the application URL, that is omega.blogspot.com I can give. I'll give this application URL here. After giving that application URL, then what I have to do? I have to check whether this particular drop-down field is a multi-selection box field. Is this particular drop-down field is a multi-selection box field or a drop-down field? This particular field is a drop-down or multi-selection box field? This field is a drop-down field. What about this field where you can select multiple options? Is a multi-selection box field or drop-down field? This is a multi-selection box field. It is a multi-selection box field. It is a drop-down field where you can select only one option. Here in multi-selection box field, you can select multiple options. That is the difference. So how to find out before performing any operations on the drop-down fields, like drop-down fields are a multi-selection box field. If you want to find out whether that particular field is a multi-selection box field or drop-down field, how to find out? So for that, first I'll create web elements for this both drop-down fields and multi-selection box field. First, I'll inspect this drop-down field here. Okay, copy this drop one. Copy this drop down and simply write down driver.find element by dot ID. Provide the ID locator. And here provide double quotes and give the ID locator of that drop down field. And here this is a D field. Okay. D field, I'm just giving a shortcut drop down field, otherwise it's a drop down field actually. Drop down field. Okay. And hover the mouse on this and say create local variable. Web element for the drop down field got created. Similarly, I would like to create a web element for the multi selection box field, and here right click here and select inspect option. And here multi ID is there. Copy this ID and create a web element here. Simply write down driver.find element by dot ID. Provide the ID locator of the multi selection box field. And then write down here multi select field. Okay, multi-select field, hover the mouse on this and they create local variable. Web element got created. And after that, I want to do something here, guys. Okay, that is, I would like to create an object for the select class. Select is equal to new select. I'll say select one here. Select one is equal to new select. And here I'll pass the drop down field and Control Shift O. Similarly, I'll write select two is equal to new select of. Here I have to pass multi-selection box field. For every field, we have to create an object reference of the select. Okay, or there's other way also, but this is better. Okay. Here, what I'm going to do next is just give me a second. So what I'm going to do next is here I want to check whether this particular select one is a drop down field or multi selection box field, and whether if this one is also a drop down or multi selection box field, I want to check. Okay, so that's what I want to do. Just give me a second. Yeah. Here I'll write down if select one dot is multiple. If that is true, then I'll write down. Then I'll write down what? Then I can write down what, guys? System dot out dot println. Okay. It is a multi selection box field. The multi selection box field I'll write down. Okay. And else I'll write down system dot out dot println. It is a drop down field. Okay. It's a drop down field. And again, I have to create again. Again, I have to write the same if else second time. I have to write the if else statement second time. And if I would say here, select two dot is multiple. Then in that case, if it is multiple, it's a multi-selection box field. Otherwise, it's a drop-down field like that. I have to write. Right click run as Java application. You'll see what is the output will come. For select one is multiple should return false, and for select two is multiple should return true. Okay. So here in the output, what is the output we got? For the first one, it is a drop-down field, right? Select one is a drop-down field only. Okay. Because is multiple when applied with the select one has returned true or false, guys. This particular command is multiple has returned true or false in this case. False. Because drop-down field is not a multi-selection box field where you can select multiple options. So is multiple has returned false. If false, if this condition has become false, it will go to the if block or else block. This condition is false, it will go to the if block or else block, guys. Else block. So it went to the else block and it has printed it is a drop-down field. And next one is that if select two is multiple is there, here is multiple has returned true or false. Is multiple has returned true or false. It has returned true. And because it has returned true, right? It has going to the if block. It didn't went to the else block. It is a multi-selection box field has been printed for select two, which is a multi-selection box field. Okay. That's how the things have worked. So everyone clear with the is multiple command? Is multiple command is clear for you? Is it clear? Is multiple command is clear for everyone? Okay. Then what is the next command we have here? What is the next command we have here? For multi-selection box field, get options is a command. Okay. We're going to use get options, get all selected options, get first selected options, like that multiple commands are there that we are going to use. Okay. Get options, get all selected options, and get first selected option. Okay. These are the three commands we have: get options, get all selected options, and get first selected options. Okay, so I'll go here and right click here and create a new. Okay, here get options demo, and here write down. You can get all the options, guys. You can get all the options using this command Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then I'll write down. Then I will write down Control Shift O. Then simply say driver.manage.window.maximize. Then driver.get. Provide the application URL here. Provide the application URL. Did I close the application URL? Okay. So let's try to go to let code application here in this case. In this example, I would like to go to let code. And in the let code, I'll go to the drop-down fields thing, because there are a lot of options in the multi-selection box field of the let code, right? I'll go here and you see there are a lot of options, Ant-Man to X-Men. Okay, like there many options are there. I would like to get all these options from this multi-selection box field. Inspect this. You can we have also used the get options from the drop-down field also. Okay, you can use the same get options with the drop-down field also, guys. Drop-down field also you can use that. So to do that, what I will do, first of all, I'll give this application URL first of all, and I would like to get all the options. Okay, here I'll write system.out.println. The below are the options from drop-down field. I'll write drop-down field. Okay, drop-down field like this. I'll write, and here what I will do, I'll first create a web element for the drop-down field here. Inspect this web element. Inspect this web element, and here we have an ID. Copy this ID of the thing, and simply write down driver.find element by.id of the drop-down field, by.id of the drop-down field. So fruits is ID, right? So fruits is ID, and here it is the drop-down field. Fruits field, which is a drop-down field. Okay, fruits field is a drop-down field. Here, inspect this and create a local variable which will be declaring that as a web element. And now, to get all the options which are there inside this fruits drop-down field, like select fruit is also another option, guys. Apple, mango, orange, banana, pineapple, including select fruit till pineapple, everything should come. Let's see. So select fruits field dot. I cannot do like this. What I have to do, guys? First, I have to create an object for the select class, right? First, I have to create an object for the select class. Then, whenever you are dealing with drop-down fields or multi-selection box fields, you have to use select class. Select is equal to new select. Control Shift O, and here in the select constructor, you pass fruits field. Copy this fruits field and pass it here, and then write down select dot select by. Sorry, not selecting. What I have to do? I have to retrieve all the options, right? Select dot get options. I have to use. I have to use get options command. I have to use. Yes, get options. Then what happens? It will return me list of web elements. In all the web elements, all the options in that particular drop-down field are returned in the form of web elements. That too in the form of list of web elements. As you can see here, when you hover the mouse on this get options, you are getting the return type as list of web element. Each and every web element is an option from the drop-down field. Okay, so here I'll say fruits is equal to, hover the mouse on this, create local variable, list of web elements will automatically come. Now you write for each loop. For each and every fruit is of which type? Web element type. So copy this web element here and write fruit colon fruits. Okay, fruit colon fruits. I can use anything A, B, C, D here, but this will be more readable, right? Writing this kind of namings, we have to practice. Okay, fruit colon fruits like this. If you write, means you will understand. The code will be more readable, and I just have to print this fruit, each and every fruit in that particular list of fruits. Okay, I'm going to print system.out.println this fruit. I have to print. That's it. For the mouse, what is error coming? You see, we are getting filter output stream error, something kind of stuff. That means again our project is giving some problems here. Right click here, run as Maven clean. So the process will go on here for a while. Let's wait. Yeah, build is successful. Now after this, right click here and say Maven and say update project. Update project. This error should go off, guys. Okay. Click on OK. Okay, there. Okay, it looked like it went off again. It came back, guys. Okay. So let's restart once. Restart. These problems we are facing often because what's happening, I don't know. But let's see. If that kind of situation comes in real time for you, this is the only way to resolve them. Some output stream kind of errors that generally don't come. I have written the code in a proper way, but still they am getting some temporary glitches. That's okay, guys. You have to. That's the way to restart and get it done. Okay, fine. Let's wait. Okay. Let's see whether the issue has been gone or still there. Looks like the issue has been gone now. The error that has been coming here has been gone. Let me run the script. And I can quit the browser, guys. I can quit the browser here. After the things are done, I'll quit the browser. Simply driver.quit. Driver.quit. Semicolon here. That's it. Now run the code. Right click, run as Java application. All the options in the drop-down field should be retrieved and printed here in the output. So here, do you think the text of the options will be printed or web elements of the options will be printed? Tell me, guys, by looking at the code, tell me, will the text options text will be printed or web elements are getting will be printed here? What's your answer? You get all the options in the drop-down field and it's not printing whatever you thought is not happening. It's printing the web elements. Okay, objects of the web elements, it is printing, guys. Objects of the web element, it's printing. Why it's printing like this? Why it's printing like this? Okay, what is the format? When you're printing, it's printing the web elements basically. Okay, it's printing the web elements. If you go to any web element here, open the declaration. When you print an object, it will simply call the toString method of that class. Okay, toString method. Is there a toString method? No, it's not happening. Maybe is there any parent extends take screenshot search context? We'll go to search context and control F. Is there any how it is printing that kind of format control O. Here, do we have any toString here? No, here also we don't have. So is there any extents? Is there? No, that's an interface. So we don't have anything. And what about take screenshot? When declare, I don't think that will take from there. Control O. toString here. Which method they are using to print it out? I have to see that. Web element will go down. When you are printing the object of this web element, okay, actually driver.find element, object of the web element, right? Somehow is printing this kind of format. When you print the object of the web element, somehow it's not required to explore much. But ultimately, what we want, guys, what we want. Ultimately, what we want. Yes, we have to retrieve the text between the text. For example, if you inspect this option, drop-down field in the HTML code, guys, in the HTML code for the each and every option of the. Okay, what is this property share coming? I just click somewhere. Just give me a second. Right click, inspect. If I expand this and see here options are there, right? Here options are there. Right? The text between the tags I want to print. The text between the tags I want to print. Okay? The text between the tags I want to print. How to get the text between the tags? How to get the text between the tags? Dot get text command we have to use. Then it will work. Now run the code. This time all the option names will be printed from the dropdown. Instead of web elements, it will print the names of the options. You see, all the fruits, including select fruit, also got printed. Let's say if you don't want that select fruit to be printed, what we can do? Okay. If you don't want that select fruit to be printed, what we can do, guys? Tell me what we can do if you don't want the select fruit to be printed. Is there any way we can avoid? Get options will retrieve you all the options. Okay, but I don't want select fruit. Is there any way? This select fruit option should not be printed. Apple, mango, orange, banana, pineapple only should be printed. Yeah. No, not deselect. Okay. Not deselect. That is not the right way. So what we can do here? I think we cannot go with the for each loop here. If you want that kind of scenario, we cannot go with the for each loop. I'll just comment this out. We can go with the for each loop. In the first iteration, we have to make sure that, if the fruit dot equals value, don't print it at like that, we can say. That way we can do. Or another better way is that for int I is equal to, instead of 0, I'll give int I is equal to 1. I less than what? The size. How many fruits are there? How many fruits are there? Fruits dot size. Fruits dot size. I plus plus. Okay, like this, I'll write the code. And here I'll write down system.out.println fruits dot get of I. This is a list, right? So I have to write dot get of index, that is I. From I is equal to 1 onwards, it will not start from 0, it will start from 1. So it will take from apple, mango, and till size -1. Total size is how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 1 is 5. Up to 5, index 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 0 will not come, 1 to 5 will come. Okay, like that. We have to write the logic, guys. Then it will work. Right click, run as Java application. Only the fruits names will be printed now. Yes, in for loop, we can start from number 1, index 1. I less than size I mentioned, right? Less than is equal to, I didn't mention. Okay. Okay, still, okay, I forgot to put dot get text here. I forgot to put dot get text here. So it's printing the web elements otherwise. Here, if I say I less than or equal to fruits dot size, then that's okay, Rajkumar. Then otherwise I have to give, if I have to say equal means size -1, I'll give. You got it, right? So run the code. Yeah, welcome, Rajkumar. Wait for the page to load. Before performing any operation, it will wait for the page to load. Selenium WebDriver will wait for the page to load. Once the page is loaded, then only it will move on to the next step. Okay. You see apple, mango, orange, banana, pineapple got printed here now, right? Similarly, I would like to use get options command. Okay. Similarly, I can use get options command to get all the options from this multi-selection box field. Okay. So before that, I'll just have a print statement saying system.out.println. The below are the options from multi-selection box field. Okay, below are the options from multi-selection box field. Here I'll write down, select this option, inspect this option. You create a ID of the multi-selection box field. I'll just write down driver.find element by.id, and here I'll provide the ID. And simply I'll create this one as what is that? Superheroes element or field, superheroes field is equal to, and create the web element here. And here I simply say select, instead of select, already I created the object, right? I can take this part if I require. I don't have to declare the select again. Here this time, instead of fruits field, I'll pass superheroes field into the same thing. Okay. I don't have to say select one, select two here. For the selector, I'm now earlier select was pointing to this drop down field. Okay. Now select is now pointing to select object reference is now pointing to another object, that is superheroes. Now again the same thing, select dot get options command. It will give you the list of web elements. That is here superheroes or heroes. I'll say otherwise heroes is equal to put the mouse on this and say create local variables, and then simply write down what we have to write for each and every element in this multi-selection box field in the web element colon hero colon and hero colon heroes. I'll write heroes, and here I'll write down system.out.println hero dot get text I have to write. Otherwise, it will not. It will print the web elements. You remember, right? Get text command I have to use dot get text. Okay, command of Selenium I have to use, and after that I'll quit the browser. Let's see what is happening this time. We'll open the Letcode application. It will retrieve all the options from the multi-selection box field. You see, the below are the options from the multi-selection box field: Ant-Man, Aquaman, Avengers, Batman, Black Panther, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Daredevil, Doc Savage, Doctor Strange, Electra, Fantastic Four, Ghost Rider, Green Lantern, Guardians of the Galaxy, Hellboy, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man, Marvel Man, Robin, Shadow, Spider-Man, Supergirl, Superman, Thor, Wolverine. Okay, all the options from the multi-selection box field has been retrieved and printed here. What is the last option, guys? Here that came. Yeah, here still more are there. Wonder Woman and X-Men something. Okay, many options are there. I have to scroll down actually. Okay, so I have to scroll down till here. All the options came. Okay, that's the advantage of get options, guys. It will retrieve all the options from the multi-selection box field. Okay. So what else we have then? Get options is done. Get only the selected options. If you want to get only the selected options, we can use get all selected options. Get only the selected options. And finally, we have get first selected option. So these two more comments are there so that we can complete multi-selection box field. And the next session will start bootstrap dropdown, jQuery dropdown, auto suggestive dropdown fields. I'll cover that. So for now, we have two more commands in the multi-selection box field to understand. So let's go with the two more options, that is get all selected options. Just go here and here write down a new class, get all selected options, get all selected options demo with main method. I'll write the code a bit faster. Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Then Control Shift O, driver dot manage dot window dot maximize, then driver dot get. And this time I'll take another application, that is omega.blogspot.com. I'll take this is the option I'll take. This is the URL I'll take. And here I'll put this URL. And here, as you know, I have to create web element. I'll use the dropdown field. Dropdown field is equal to driver dot find element by dot ID. And here web element I'll create web element. Just writing it fast, guys, because we already know how to write it. So web element, and here come back to this page and inspect this dropdown field. The dropdown field. How many options I can select in a dropdown field, guys? How many options I can select in a dropdown field? Tell me, guys, how many options I can select in a dropdown field? Okay. Only one, right? Only one. Okay. So here I'll write select. Select is equal to new select. I'll pass the dropdown field here. Only one option. If you say get all selected options, how many options can we get? How many options can be selected at a time? Only one option. So Control Shift O here and here. Select select dot select by visible text. I'll select one option in the drop-down field. I'll select only one option I can select. If you select another also, it will only select one option, right? So here I would like to select doc3 option. Let's say doc3 option. So I'll say doc3. Now after this, I would like to use this command, that is select dot get first get all selected options. Okay. Here multiple options will not be selected, though this command is not generally required for drop-down field. What will happen if I use it also? I'll show you. Only one option is there, even though it says list of web element. Here I'll say options is equal to create a web element. You can try this with drop-down field, but there is no use of trying this because you know that in the drop-down field only one option can be selected, right? So yeah, I'll simply write down for each loop. Here only one element will be there. Still, I am writing for each loop only. Okay, but still I am writing this option colon options. Only one option will be printed in the output. What is that option? We can see that option dot system dot out dot 20ln. This option dot get text. Option dot get text. Only one option will come in the output. No matter we use this kind of command. This command you can use with the drop-down field, but it will only get only one option that is currently selected. If you want to see which option is currently selected in the drop-down field, you can use get or selected option. But here only one option will come because at a time only one option can be selected in the drop-down field. Let's run the script and see what is getting retrieved and printed. If I print get all selected options, which option is coming, guys? Multiple options are coming or only one option is coming? When I use get all selected options, how many options are coming and printing from the drop-down field? Only one option will come, guys, not multiple options. Okay. Okay. Now I'll do one more thing. I'll create a web element for driver.findElement by .id. I'll create a web element for the multi-selection box field. I'll create a web element for the multi-selection box field. So here, right click, inspect this multi-selection box field and copy the ID of the multi-selection box field. Go back here and provide the ID, and here write that multi-selection box field is equal to multi-selection box field and for the mouse and then create local variable. Okay, and here select is equal to new select is equal to new select, and here control. Here I cannot do that because already select is already created, so I don't have to declare it again. But this time when I'm creating, right, here I'll pass the multi-selection box field. Okay, don't have to create a separate object. To the same object reference, I'll point a new object here. Okay, I'm creating a new object, but I'm pointing to the same object reference because I don't have to declare another object reference for this purpose. So here I'll simply use select by index. I'll say otherwise index 0. I'll say 0 select by index 1. I'll say select by index. I'll say 3. So what options will be selected? 0 means this one will be selected. Then what is the next one? 1 means 50 will be selected. 3 means Audi will be selected. Only these 3 options. Hyundai is not getting selected. Volvo, Swift, Audi. Only these selected options it should retrieve. Now, right? Driver that is select dot get all selected options. Only the selected options should come. It should not get all the options. Only selected options should come. There is a list of web element is there. I'll say selected options. Selected options is equal to. Okay, selected options is equal to over the mouse create, and here I'll write for each loop, for each and every web element, selected option colon selected options. This is list of web element options. Okay, just give me a second, and here write down system.out.println the selected option dot get text outright. Otherwise it print the web elements. Now finally driver.quit. I'll move this driver.quit at the end so that it will not quit the browser in between. Okay, done. Let's run the code. Right click, run as Java application. All the options which are currently selected in the multi-selection box will be retrieved and printed. You see, only Volvo, Swift and Audi got printed, guys. Only Volvo, Swift and Audi. Hyundai is not getting printed here, you see, because it's not in selected state. This is how we can use get all selected options demo. Is everyone clear with the get all selected options command? Everyone clear with the get all selected options command? Finally, we are left out with only last option, last command, guys. Here finally we have only one option left out, that is get first selected option. Get first selected option. How this will work with the drop-down fields, how this will work with the multi-selection box field, I'm going to show you. So this is kind of important, guys. Important in the sense it will work in a different way rather than you think that will work something like that. It will work in a different way. I'm going to show you and prove you that. Okay. Okay. So let me create a new class. I'll simply write down. This is the last command. Get first selected option. Get first selected option demo main method finish. Here I'll write down Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver is equal to new Chrome driver, Control Shift O, then driver dot manage dot window dot maximize and driver dot get provide the application URL of the browser and this application URL and put that here. Here I'll take the drop down field. I'll inspect this drop down field and here we have the ID for the drop down field. Copy this ID and create a web element drop down field is equal to driver dot find element by dot ID. Provide the ID locator and put a semicolon here and provide the ID locator so that it will be done. It's not copied. Copy this ID, copy this and paste it here. Done. Okay. Control Shift O. Control Shift O. Done. Then what I have to do? Select is equal to new select of the drop down field. I have to say. I have to select the drop down field. Copy this drop down field here and Control Shift O and simply say select dot get first selected option, right? So select dot select by visible text. First I will select doc3 option. First I'll select doc3 option. Then select dot select by visible text. I'll select another option. That is doc1 option. I'll select doc1 option. I'll select. Now in this situation, if I say select dot get first selected option and it will return you a web element of that particular option. So here selected option, I'll say selected option.
So here doc1 second
Yeah.
select option doc1, sir.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Thank you. Here create local variable and now if I write down system.out.println selected option, you see get first selected option command I'm using. So here two options I selected. First doc3 option I selected, then doc1 option I selected in the drop down field. And now if I say selected option here dot get text and then finally if I say driver dot quit. Now tell me guys, which option will be printed? Doc1 will be printed or doc3 will be printed? Doc1 will be printed or doc3 will be printed? Everyone is saying doc1, right? Yeah. So here what happens in the drop down field? First it will select doc3 option and then it will select doc1 option and it will go here and see only one option is currently selected, that is doc1. So it will retrieve and print the doc1 option. That's correct. Doc1 will be selected. Doc1 will be retrieved and printed, not doc3. First option is doc3, then doc1. At a time in the drop down field only one option can be selected, so doc1 will be retrieved and printed. Which option got retrieved and printed, guys? Doc1. Vivek, you said doc3, right? You may have confused here. First doc3 got selected, correct? That's your intention is correct. First doc3 got selected. So first doc3 got selected like this. After that, what we have done? Then we have changed this option from doc3 to doc1. Now at this moment in the drop-down field, which option is currently selected? Out of all the options, which one is currently selected?
Doc1. Yeah.
Only doc1 is there. So is there a possibility of getting any other selected option? Option should be in selected state, right? When you say that, which option will come? Doc1 or doc3 now? Doc3 was earlier selected, now doc1 is selected. At this moment, which is the current selected option? Get first selected only doc1 is a current selected option. Doc3 is not in selected state anymore. So if you say get first selected option means you may think the name of the command will make you feel like doc3 will be selected, but the latest current selected option in the drop-down fields. Okay, so it will check from the top. From the top, is older newsletter selected? No, doc1 is selected. Is any other option selected? From the top to bottom it will check, and only one option is currently selected while it is checking doc1, so it will retrieve the doc1. Okay. Yes, current selected element. In that current selected element from top to bottom, what is the option that is currently selected? That doc1 will be selected. Clear now? So you will understand this more with the help of multi-selection box field. Okay. Yeah, this is actually, we can use with multi-selection box field where you can select multiple options. I'll show you how to use that. Here I'll create a web element for the multi-selection box field. Web element, multi-selection box field. Okay, this is the last command, guys. So just wait for me. After this, I'll stop. By.id. Okay, by.id. So ID of that multi-selection box field we have tried. Inspect this. Multi-select one. Copy this multi-select one and paste it here. And just simply write down select. Already select we have created here, right? Simply write select is equal to new select of. Just assign a new object to the existing object reference. New select of multi-selection box field, like this you write, and here try to select multiple options. Select dot select by visible text. Here say what is the visible text. Let's say I would like to select first I would like to select Audi. Okay, Audi I will select. Then put a semicolon here and write down, copy this and write down. After that I would like to select next option I would like to select is Hyundai. After Audi I would like to select Hyundai. Just observe this, guys. This is very important in which order I am selecting. HYUNDAI. Okay. Then select by visible text. The third in the third position I am selecting Swift. Okay. Swift is the option. Selecting. And now finally Volvo I am selecting. I'm selecting Volvo. Select by visible text, and here I am giving Volvo as a visible text. All the four options will be selected. That's correct, right? But out of these four options, I want to select the first selected option. Okay. So select dot get first selected option, and it will return you the web element of that selected option. Okay. Multi selected option. Like this, I'll write is equal to. I'll create a web element for this. And after creating the web element, I'll simply print it out. System.out.println multi selected option dot multi first selected option. Okay, multi first selected option dot get text out, right? Otherwise, it will print the web element. Now tell me, guys, which option will be retrieved and printed here? Which option will be retrieved out of these things? So Rajkumar is saying Audi, Vishwa is saying Audi, Amruta is saying Audi. Anyone? What about others? Can you guess which option will be selected? What is the first selected option here? Anyone? Only 3 people answered. What about other people, guys? Okay. Mayuri is saying Volvo, maybe. Pooja is saying Volvo. Okay. Srikanth, Audi. Pavan, Audi. Satya, Volvo. So Audi and Volvo options are coming as the answers. But the answer is what? Yeah, Soundarya is saying Audi. The answer is what? The answer is, it's not the way you think. You may think that Audi is selected first, hence it will retrieve the Audi option. It's not like that, guys. Okay. Even though it select all the options on also, when you say get first selected option means it is not something like that you are thinking. From this multi-selection box field, from the top to bottom, which option is coming first, which is in selected state? In this list of selected options here in the multi-selection box field, from the top to bottom, which option in this multi-selection box field is in selected state? Volvo, right? So Volvo will be retrieved and printed. Okay, that's how it works. Everyone will get confused here. This command is very important. It will not see the order in which you are selecting the options. It will see in the after selection that particular multiple selection box field from the top to bottom, which option in the multi-selection box field is in selected state, it will check. Even though it's selecting like that, but here in the output, Volvo will be printed. Volvo will be printed in the output. You see, Volvo will be retrieved and printed. But is it clear, guys? Is it clear? It's not thinking what you're thinking. It's getting the first selected option from the top to bottom. Okay, in that multi-selection box field. So, guys, with this, yeah.
So if we so comment the 34 line number and run the code, so it will go to the second selected, na? Second option. If we not select the Volvo, yeah,
Okay.
then it will go to the shift,
If I
na?
command this, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
In that case, what will happen? In this case, what will happen is first you are selecting Audi, then you are selecting Hyundai, and then selecting Swift. 3 options, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes, yes.
So in this case, if you say get first selected option means it will not check what order you have selected. It rather will check in this multi-selection box field, what are the options which are selected, and from the top, what is the first option coming here in selected mode?
Swift.
Swift will be printed.
Yeah.
Got it now?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank
You
you.
complete that, Swift will be printed. Well, welcome. That's the confusion that everyone will face. So I have to explain that in a better way. Okay. So Swift option will be coming in this case for us. You see Swift option. Okay. So with this, I think we completed all the commands, but let's try to write select dot. If any other commands are missing, let's see. Deselect dot we completed, deselect by index we completed, deselect by value we completed, deselect by visible text we completed. Equals method is from, you don't have to do that. Generally we don't use that. Get all selected options we completed. This from object class, we don't have to do that. Get first selected option we completed. Get options we completed. Get wrapped elements, I don't think we have to use that much. Is multiple we completed. Then what else is there? Select by index we completed, select by value we completed, select by visible text we completed. These are from the object class. All the commands of the select class we completed, guys. Select predefined class in Selenium library, which can be used for handling the drop-down fields and multi-selection box fields. I covered, okay. Okay, I'll just remove this. It will be okay. So any questions, any doubts from today's session or any other questions? Any other questions also you can ask apart from today also. Guys, is it clear so far?
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, sir, why we pass that in select class object, whatever we are passing the element, why we are passing?
Which one you are saying?
After creating the object, we pass that whatever we
Element, right?
declared.
So
Yeah.
after creating the object for the select class, in the constructor, we are passing this
Yes,
drop-down
yes.
field or multi-selection box field, right? If you don't pass, you'll get an error. And at the same time, this select has to work on, this select by visible text has to work on some drop-down field or multi-selection box field, right? Which multi-selection box field it has to work on, that you have to pass into the select constructor. That you are telling to the select constructor, saying that using this object reference, you are going to work on this multi-selection box field. Whatever the operations you will do, that will be done on this multi-selection box field. Got it? If you go here to the declaration code, you see it's this constructor is there now. So
Yeah.
this is select class as a constructor. It doesn't have an empty constructor. Here we have to pass the web element. Which web element we have to pass? Whatever the drop-down field or multi-selection box field on which you want to perform the operations using the object reference of the select class, right? That particular web element we have to pass. Drop-down fields or multi-selection box element we have to pass. If you pass a different web element here, this commands will work on that particular drop-down field, okay, for which you have passed the web element file.
Yes.
Is that clear
And
or?
yes. No, yes, sir, clear. And
Okay.
how do you go to that declaration part? What is your
Which one?
means you are opening the if we are
How to open the declaration part you want to see? Press Control key on your keyboard and hold it and move your mouse onto the select. You will get this kind of option. Okay. Not only this, anything from any interface any Chrome driver class. This methods also you can do. Window method, manage method, driver, okay? Get command, web element, your find element. It's for everything, okay? You can click on this, it will go on to the code. It will show you the code, how the developers of the Selenium library, Selenium developers have written the code, they will show you. Select by visible text means you are passing what? You're passing the text as an argument to this parameter of this particular method, okay? So it looks like a command here, right? Select by visible text value, it looks like command, but it's a method, right? Internally, it's nothing but a method, predefined method of the select predefined class, and where you are passing this Volvo as an argument while you are calling that method. When you're calling that method, you are passing the Volvo as a text. That text is going where? They have written the command here. It's very difficult to understand. But when you get time, guys, try to go through the libraries. Go through the libraries of different libraries like the Java libraries and select class and try to understand them whenever you are free. I'm not saying that you have to do this compulsory. If you do that right, you will get the way the people are writing the code. You see, these are expert developers, right? These are not normal developers. The people who are creating the libraries are considered as expert developers. It may be Java library or it can be, this Selenium library or whatever it is. Okay, so these people are kind of expert people, right? So they write the code in an expert manner. So we have to learn from them. Okay. This is a framework they have created. Basically, this is a framework they have created to get the things done basically. And let's understand that. Okay. There is a select constructor here. It's taking the web element and getting the tag name. If they're using the tag name, null is equal to tag name, then not select dot equals tag name to lowercase. They are okay, throw new one. So why they are doing all this stuff? It is a very difficult process, guys. Okay, if you understand the Java, if you understand this Selenium library and how you are using these methods, right? If you spend some time, your lot of knowledge you will get. Okay, how they are writing the code also is very important, right? Observe. You see, already they are sharing their code openly. You have to understand here, like how they are writing the code, why they are writing the code like this. You try to understand. If you spend some time going through the library of Java, like for example here, main method belongs to Java, right? Let's see whether we can go to that or not. I don't know. It's not allowing me. Open implementation. It's not allowing me. But yeah, if there is something like system.out.println we can do. Just give me a second. 1 minute. Get all selected options here somewhere. A system class is there from Java. Open that. It will take you to the. Why it's not coming to? Yeah, it's coming. System class is there. Okay, system is a predefined class in Java, and how they have implemented this. Okay, in that what is there? In that what is there? Out is there. Out. What is this out? Let's control this and open declaration. Where is this out? Out is part of system class only. Inside the system class, we have this public static final print out is equal to null. So what does this out means? It is a predefined variable or predefined method here. For system class, out is a predefined variable or method. Tell me. By looking at this Java code, can you tell me, guys, what this out is a method or variable? You can type in the chat box, guys. It's a method or variable. Rajkumar is saying it is a variable. Amruta is saying method. Saundarya is saying variable. Sneha is saying variable. Vishwa variable. Does it look like a method, guys? Are there any circular brackets outside this out? No, right? It's a variable. It's a predefined variable, guys. It's a predefined variable. It's a predefined variable. Of which class? System class, which belong to java.lang package of Java library. System class as a predefined variable known as out, and it is a static variable. Can you see that? What type of variable it is? What type of variable it is, guys? It's a static variable. That means in order to access this variable, how to access that? System dot out. System dot out. Like that we can access or not? That's why we are writing the code like that. System dot out. What is the return type? And yeah, public static final print stream. What is the data type of this out? Print stream. Okay, data type of this out is print stream. Okay, it's declared with which data type? It's not int data type, or it's not double data type, or it's not char data type. It's declared using a predefined class in Java known as print stream class. Okay, so fine. When I say out dot, since it is a print stream related class is there, the predefined methods of the print stream can access or not. You see, system.out, but it's declared with which type? Print stream class type. And print stream will have some commands. We'll go to the print stream. We'll go to the declaration of print stream now. When you go to the print stream here, sorry, let's go to the print stream here. Print stream, when I go to the print stream has a lot of methods here. One of such methods is what? Print stream method is what? Let's go here and find it out. Print stream methods. Let's find out that method, whatever we are looking for. Print stream constructors are coming like anything. So all the constructors, different constructors are coming. Let's keep going. The Java code, you see how much big it is. Developers of Java has written the code like this. We can learn a lot from them, guys. Let's understand every block. Okay. By whenever we have time, just go through that and, explore this Java, how the developers of the Java has written the code. If you don't understand something, you can explore. You can do some R&D and, get the things done. Okay. Some write is there. Some implement write is there. Write ln is there. Impl write ln is there. Okay. So keep going until we find the thing that we are looking for. Print statement, print a Boolean value. Okay, system.out.print. If you pass a Boolean value, it will print string.value of it is converting into the string type. You see value of it is written, it's converting that into print type and printing in the output statement. Print of character. If you pass a character value to system.out.print, character value is getting converted to string and getting printed. If you pass overloaded methods are there, you see, you pass integer value to the print method. That print method is converting that integer value to the string and it's writing it. Writing means printing it out into the output. Okay. So print of long, print double, print character, print string, print of object, print ln is coming here. This also we are looking for, right? Print ln. It will take you to the new line if you don't pass anything. But if you pass something to the print ln like some Boolean, so it will print you, it will write that Boolean value convert to string and print that. Okay, write ln, what is there here? The write ln if some string goes. So they are writing something like this, okay? So like that, we can understand all these things, how they are writing into the output and all those things we can understand here, okay? So it is going to flush buffer. They are writing a lot of code here. Try to understand that code, guys, okay? And then you will understand what is Java all about. So that's how it works. Internal implementation we can see here, right? So here, that's the reason system.out.println is there. So system, we are calling this out predefined variable of the system class directly because out is a static variable. So I can directly call the out. But out is declared with which data type, which type? Out is declared with print stream. That print stream has this println method. Using the object reference of the print stream, we are calling the println method. That's how println is being prepared. Here, whatever the value you are passing in the string format. The string format will be called and string. It will go here and print the string, write the string into the output. That's it. That's how it is working internally. If you want to know about anything, you can explore by yourself. You don't have to depend on other people how that is working, right? In the interviews, they may ask you, can you explain system.out.println statement? You can explain like this. Out is one of the predefined variable of the system class, which is static predefined variable. That's why we have to call the out like system.out. And the out predefined variable is declared with print stream class. And one of the methods of the print stream, one few of the methods of the print stream class are print and println. So using that out as an object reference, we can call object reference of the print stream class. We can call print or println method. That's how system.out.println statement can be created in the Java. You can mention that like that. Is that good? Like this way of understanding is good or not, guys? Internal implementation is also important, okay? So understanding what is a predefined variable, what is a static, what is a method. No one will worry how the system.out.println is actually providing the output. But if you go through the documentation of Java like this, by pressing Control key and holding it and moving your mouse and clicking it open declaration, you will get to know a lot of stuff, how that is internally implemented. Learning Java is one side, and knowing how these things of Java are implemented internally is another side of the coin. Okay. So if you know the internal side, you will become a better developer tomorrow. Okay. Development skills will also increase. Okay. Not only you are learning things, you are also increasing your development skills. Okay. Any other questions? Is that clear? Is that clear? First of all, is this clear? How to go to that the documentation part? Yeah.
Arun,
Welcome.
this talk is going on in crash course.
Crash course exception handling mechanism. Okay, exception handling
Okay.
mechanism. We have completed first part. Second part will be today. I think fine.
Okay.
Second. Okay, we'll be ending that exception handling tomorrow. Tomorrow will not be any session, guys. Okay, I'll tell you. Tomorrow we have a festival here, right? So that's the reason I have to declare a
Gudi
holiday.
Padwa.
Yeah, different places they call here in our place we call it as Ugadi. Okay, some
Hmm.
New Year kind of thing in our Telugu
Okay.
state. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll have to tomorrow's schedule I have to print anyhow. So schedule tomorrow's session. Tomorrow we don't have any session or sessions like this I can write session or sessions on account of Ugadi. What do you call this, guys, in your places? Just tell me.
Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra.
What is that? Godi?
Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra. It's a new year in the for the
Yeah,
Marathi
same
people.
thing, same
Yeah.
thing. Godi Padi. This is the one.
Gudi Padwa.
Padwa.
Yeah. GUDI.
JU.
GG.
G.
Pinged in group, sir.
Okay, better
Yeah.
thing in
Yeah.
Gudi Padwa. Okay, in
Gudi
Maharashtra.
Padwa.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, it's good to know sometimes. Yeah. Any other locations you call this festival in any other ways? Anyone from the group? What are the other names? I think ChatGPT will give that answer better. And I know that it has different names in different locations, but in Maharashtra, it's called as Gudi Padwa. Here we call it as Ugadi. Ugadi festival in Telugu states is called as what in other states? Gudi Padwa in Maharashtra and Cheti Chand in Sindhi community. Vishu in Kerala, Puthandu in Tamil Nadu, Baisakhi in Punjab, Pohela Baisak in West Bengal and Bangladesh. Okay, in Bangladesh also they are celebrating. Naba Barsha in Odisha and West Bengal, and Bihu in Assam. Okay, because of all these things. Okay, I think it's good to know. Shady, what is that? Let me remember these things. Chedi Chand. I'm just thinking whatever that ChatGPT has given is correct, but if that's a mistake, let me know, guys. Okay, Vishu in Kerala. These are the different states. This festival is getting celebrated in Puthandu, slash then Baisakhi in Punjab, Pohela, Baisak, Pohela, Baisak in West Bengal, Bangladesh also. Boishak. And the other name, Naba Barsha in Odisha and West Bengal. Again, they have the different names in West Bengal. Okay, in Bangladesh, West Bengal, they have different names. Okay, Naba Barsha, or you can call it as Bihu. Okay, on account of this festival in India, we don't have any sessions. Okay, tomorrow we don't have any sessions. Day after tomorrow we'll have the sessions. Okay. Today at 7, today's schedule, we already have the release the today's schedule. Today, we have that session at 8 p.m. IST, Selenium Java crash course. exception handling mechanism, followed by, if we have time, we'll go for the file handling. Okay, mostly I think today we'll spend with exception handling only. File handling day after tomorrow we have to take. Got it, guys? Is that clear? Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? Guys, any other questions for today? Okay. So that's all then. I'll be uploading this recording and uploading the notes and everything. So code also I will upload, and assignments also I'll upload today into the Telegram group. Okay. So fine. Yeah, I'll upload everything. Okay. I uploaded, I think so, but I'll try to see if anything is not uploaded. I'll upload, and I'll make sure it is uploaded now. Soundarya, no problem. Okay. I'll upload everything. Go to the drive, guys. If not updating the Telegram groups, just go to the drive. There's a possibility that in drive it's already uploaded. When I get time, I'm uploading in the updating in the Telegram groups. Okay, fine. Okay then. Bye everyone. See you. See you in the evening in the Selenium Java crash course if you are interested. Then where we'll talk about the exception handling mechanism of Java, the remaining portion. So that's all. Thank you. Bye everyone. Yeah. Thank you. Welcome. Bye.